guys, welcome to my reading. My mic still hasn't come. I'm really sorry if I'm very quiet. Okay, let's get started. Let's see. Is there anything I wanted to talk about to you guys? For those of you who watched my last reading, I ended up getting the dog. So, I got her. She's laying on my bed right now. She already claimed it as hers. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I know with the energy shifts, a lot of feminines are feeling more detached, or you go back and forth with feeling detached and feeling more in love, but you're gaining your power. You're understanding that, you're being so much more patient. That's what this recent energy update is really trying to get you to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna pull some tarot, then I'm gonna pull some oracle cards. Whatever I talk about is gonna be based on whatever comes through today, not a lot of channeled messages. So if that's what you're into, there will be some stuff coming through based on the cards, but no just messages like that. Also, if you're there's this talk going around in the collective that, the feminine's ready but the masculine's not. Remember, the masculine is always, 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 always a mirror of you. If he is ignoring a certain part of himself, it is because you're ignoring a certain part of yourself. Okay? I mean, if he's ignoring a certain part of you, if he's avoiding something like commitment, right? How are you avoiding commitment with yourself? Okay, I'm a firm believer of that, but I also do believe that there is a time right now where the feminines are feeling where a lot of feminines are feeling like they've got their shit together, but the masculine hasn't. And I think that is very not true, because I feel like even in times when we feel like we have our shit together, it's because we need to become this person more solidly that we're just beginning to scrape the surface of. She has to be more embedded in her body. And this time is going to show you how much resistance you have to that. The time you're not with your masculine, the time you're watching readings, the time you're growing, basically. Right now to when you get into physical union with your masculine, it's a part of your own journey. Your own journey is infinite. It started a long time ago, and it's going to continue even after you get into union. Okay? You're going to be growing. Growth doesn't stop. Just because you feel great about yourself doesn't mean that you're done growing. And this new person that you've stepped into, if you don't believe that your masculine not being there because he's figuring himself out, or even though you've walked away, he's figuring himself out, you think you're waiting on him, you're wrong about that. And I don't mean this in a you don't know kind of way, but even in this energy, you're learning more and more things. And when this energy irritates you, which I actually see a few readers get really irritated, my masculine's not here yet, he just doesn't get it, he just doesn't respect me. No, dude, the reason you are in separation right now is because it bothers you so much. Because it bothers you so much, but yes, you keep this person in your mind and spirit. You either have to detach and completely understand what's going on and go with the motions of your own life too. If you felt the pull to date someone, you'd date them. If you felt like someone else was your DM, you would do that. You'd go down that path. But at the same time, understanding what's going on. This doesn't mean you have to send love to your masculine. It doesn't mean you have to heal him. It doesn't mean you have to do meditations or prayers for him like you may have been instructed to in the past at all. But what you do need to do is understand, stop being mad at him, and understand that, say you feel like you should be getting into union, but you haven't got into physical union, you haven't gotten that call, understand and respect this time. the more you question it, the more it's like you're doubting it, the more it's like you're not happy with it. Why don't you be happy being one to the point it doesn't matter if he comes? Because you're not one with yourself when you're looking outside. I'm not gonna spell out the whole thing for how like I see it on and like push that onto you, but if that resonates, like, I'm really glad it does. And also, I don't like readers that talk about, I got really fired up because like one of my favorite readers, I was listening to her reading tonight, and it's really interesting because she knows what's going on with the masculine, but I feel like some people have gotten into union before self-mastery, and I think a lot of it had to do with, you know, just being like, okay, well, I'm gonna push them out of my energy because I deserve better. I'm not gonna think about them. I'm not gonna focus on them. I'm not even gonna think they're coming, right? But they haven't mastered little aspects of patience, of trust, and things like that. They haven't learned the details. I believe that everybody has different lessons to learn. I believe that some people learn the details so that they can teach them to other people and help raise consciousness. But I think that some people, I find it really sad when people look up to readers just because they're in physical union right now and don't look at the reader for what they're saying and question things on their own. Isn't that the point of spirituality? Isn't that the point of this stuff, to be able to question, trust your intuition, and come up with your own judgment, you know? Who says they know better than you? Who says I know better than you? Do I? Do I know you? Do I know your situation? Yeah, sure, maybe I'm one of the people who's questioning you and being like, hey, like, are you really just paying attention to people like that? Are you really just taking information in like that? But I see so many people, friends of mine even, going like, oh yeah, like, I watched this reading, like, it must be for me. Like, no, pick what resonates. It's a collective reading. Everything's not going to resonate with you. You hear something negative, don't absorb it. You hear something positive, you don't have to absorb that either. It doesn't have to be you. Stick to your guidance. You know best. Trust your intuition. These readings are just here for you to clarify how you're actually feeling on your own, so you can come and go, oh yeah, so my intuition was right. Maybe I don't need it as much, you know? Maybe I don't need readings as much. But if there are lessons and wisdom or anything that you pick up from readings and readers, even if it's like looking at them and going, hey, maybe like I do something like that and I shouldn't. Or even if it's like, wow, I want to be more like that, like, go for it. But always know to trust your intuition, and I hope that readings make you not feel like the reader knows, but like you knew. Because you did, and a lot of people just turn to readers and be like, wow, you read my mind. No, actually, you read the situation. I read the cards. I read your situation, yeah, but at the same time, like, you knew this. Give yourself some credit. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the reading now. But before that, I just want to say, if anyone wants to book any personalized readings, they're going to be in the link description box below. How you get to the description box, I've gotten an email about that. So you click on the title of the reading, and the description box appears. It has prices, my Facebook group, Instagram page, follow for daily energy updates, anything, start your morning off with it, Facebook group to meet more like-minded people. Yeah, reading prices are on there. You have to email me to book a slot, and as well as send in the payment as soon as you get the response. And I will book slots by payment order. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Wow. I'm gonna light some incense, purify the energy a little more in here. I have some rainfall music in the background, meditation music. something different. Also kind of random. Actually, I'll talk to you guys about it later. But, yeah. Alright, Spirit, what do you want to tell us? Do you have any messages for the Divine Feminine? Or whoever's watching Divine Feminine, Masculine, Karmic? Tell us about the twin flame situation. Tell us any information you have, anything you want the collective to know. It's a lot. Okay, it's not a card. Okay, heartbreak, 9 of Cups, happiness, fulfillment in your life, being the Queen of Pentacles. This is about transmuting. As you transmute out of this heartbreak into the 9 of Cups, you're taking a sensible approach that the Queen of Pentacles would. Find out what this means for you, what the Queen of Pentacles means. It could mean just being wiser about how you live your everyday life. If you're living your everyday life the way you should be, in a healthy way, in a happy way. Yeah, stuff like that. Healthy way, happy way. If you're doing the work you need to do, but not being too burdened. She is sensible. She's not just hardworking, she is sensible. She is sensible. She is balanced. Next card that came out. There were 5 cards that came out. Let me move this closer. Oh, hold on. 6 of Pentacles, balance. So as you transmute this heartbreak into self-love, you can find ways to be the Queen of Pentacles more. And this card asks you to look into your life, look into what you're doing, and how you can achieve balance more, how you can be in a healthier state of mind, healthier state of soul, body, mind, spirit, everything. That'll lead you to inner union and thus outer union too, for your light work and the journey that you're on, for your own personal journey. Which means, of course, when you unite with yourself, you unite with all the abundance life has to give. Your combined mission work starts with your Divine Masculine. Anything else, Spirit? Not right now. What's going on with Divine Masculine? Thinking of the offer. Continuing on the journey with his 2 swords, his truth, thinking about his truth, thinking about the fire within, trying to make slow approaches. This is a masculine that has definitely realized what he has lost. He has not only realized and thought of the plan, but he not only thought of making the plan, but it has become so solid in his truth right now that he just can't, everything else seems low vibrational to him. Every other reality that he imagines, that he experiences. And this happens when he truly loses the feminine, is what I feel. Truly, truly loses her. But I will pull a clarifying card on that to see what collective it's for. So he's in his truth, slow motion. He sees the light in his feminine. She is not only the beautiful option, but she is so beautiful. He can see her wife, his wife. He could see his wife in her. He could see so many beautiful, amazing things and people. And on top of that, it's her personality. She's her, you know. There's nobody else. There's nobody else that can do it like her, that can be it like her. And he feels really blessed about that. But I don't know if he's exactly coming out and saying it right now, because we see the Page of Swords who is smart and slow. He thinks out everything he wants to do. He's patient. He wants to do it right. He wants to take a mature approach. And it's all in the intention, right? And then also along with that, the one knight that does come out as the slowest knight, he is holding the pentacle. He wants to be the king of pentacle before he comes, but I have a feeling that has shifted. And he just can't see a kingdom without his queen. And we will, let's see what else comes out. Yeah, so he's working on this plan. He's working on this plan really hard. And this plan has a lot to do with his love to himself. He's trying to think with his heart is what I'm getting. Thinking with his heart, working with his heart. What else? He's finding his own inner light. He's seeing that a life like what his feminine has shown is possible. He's seeing that this good life is possible. It's a whole nother reality. It's a whole nother dimension. He's seeing the light. What else? You know, it's really funny. Okay, actually, let me just pull more cards before. He wants to come in with this light. He wants to come in with this passion. It's really making him feel excited. I don't know if this is necessarily about coming into his feminine. It's more like, not that he is coming in, but that he wants to. A part of him feels happy and smug, like, she has no idea how much, like, light I have in myself. And, like, she has no idea, like, how much I'm changing and how much I'm finding. And he's really excited about that is what I get. This passion. And there's a lot of this passion that's towards his feminine too. But when he looks at the cold, hard break they have, he's kind of blinded by what's going on. And the idea I get is he's heartbroken, he's scared. But I think this passion is going to override him. Just like our peace with self, our patience is going to override us. And like our love of self is going to transmute away any pain. And we're going to become stable eventually from this back and forth. At the same time, his passion is going to override his fear. He's not going to be afraid when he comes to you. He's going to be a little doubtful, yes, but he's going to know who he is so hard, and he's going to know who you are so hard that it just won't be his nature to hold back. And if he's just going to believe in this connection in himself so much that he's going to know it's the truth. It's going to create this sense of faith for him. Okay. Let me shuffle these. What else do you want to tell us, Spirit? I love it when these cards fly out in really weird ways. Okay, this is about the conflict and the back and forth. But this is about the abundance he sees. It's about his karma. Wow, all these cards came out together. All of it, the back and forth. You see the abundance. You believe in the abundance, right? Same with your masculine. He sees the abundance. He doesn't necessarily believe in it, though. That's what they're working on, his faith. And for you, they're working on your fears. They're working on his strength, him rising up, him finding his strength with the new feminine. And for you, they're combating your fears so you can rise up. So, wait, why am I holding this? Oh yeah, no. So, he's finding his light, and as soon as he finds his light, this devilish light, the wrong light, goes off, right? And his light helps him love himself the way he needs to. He's gonna mother himself, father himself. He's gonna love himself the way he needs. and the tide's gonna turn, and the tide is turning. That's what they're saying. This devil, this conflicting energy, as soon as he learns this love. And same for you, feminine. It's the self-love that gets rid of this back and forth and allows you to call in the abundance. What else is it that you want to tell us? Something about changing your perspective on how you see him. Changing your perspective. You know, I really hope that when I pull out oracle cards, the temperance card, the number 14 card comes out, because I love what it says. It talks about having a new perspective, being patient, not being so pushy, being more self-reliant. And this doesn't mean be patient with him, but this means be patient in life. Change your whole perspective. And as you change it and you turn this conflict into love, it becomes so easy for you to become in union with yourself. But this back and forth that you are experiencing right now in your emotions, they're lessons. You are not 100% ready. You have to experience those so you can come to this place of stability right here. Once you really submit and get this patience. But even if you have the intention of submitting, sometimes you still have to go back and forth to really like release all these things. With the energy with the Sun and Venus right now, and Uranus going in retrograde. Uranus is in retrograde, and Uranus is also in Taurus, which actually means that the energy of love is so strong, especially under this Aquarius full moon. The Aquarius full moon talks greatly about masculine energy, and with with the Sun in Venus, what it tells us about is the Sun in Venus brings forth balance. So the balancing out, the back and forth swinging, the pendulum. Even like when I saw the rainbow in my last reading, I was seeing like the pendulum, the back and forth, right? The stability comes. The unity of both comes. And that's what's being worked through. And these old perceptions you have are dying out. They're dying out. The old perceptions of him, old perceptions of you, fear. You're really finding your power at this time. You're really, for me at least, I didn't think I'd grown that much. But then I stepped away from my masculine. I stepped away from so many things. And just getting them out of my energy really helped me take a second look at myself. The girl I was last year would not have recognized this girl that I am this year. And it's kind of hard for me to recognize the girl that I was last year too. We're so different in temperament, so different in, like, deep inside, like, I love her. I love her for all the pain she went through, but I feel so different. I feel so much more matured. Alright, what else? Anything else that you want to send out to the feminine collective or the masculine collective? I know there's a lot of masculines watching this. So feminines, your masculine could be watching this as well. Yeah. Finding his light, finding his own inner light, looking towards that. That's his driving force. They want to emphasize that again. It teaches him how to love himself. The offer of love, not only for you, first for himself, first for fixing everything. And this karma is being dealt with. This karma is being dealt with because he's learning how to love. But at the same time, when he thinks about love, he thinks about what you guys had, how he treated you. He doesn't necessarily understand why he did. He doesn't understand the twin flame dynamic. He knows you have a soul connection in most cases. But when he looks at it, he feels very ashamed. He feels burdened, and he feels pain for that, right? He sees a woman he left out in the cold, a woman that deserved the world, a woman that rose. But you need to understand that that needed to happen for you to evolve and grow into this beautiful, amazing person that you are right now. You need to forgive him. You don't need to go into the 5D and be like, hey, I forgive you. But you need to forgive him for you. You don't need to carry around that burden. As he sees his light, as he picks up his cup, he's going to forgive himself eventually. He's going to forgive himself, but he's still going to come to you for forgiveness. He's still going to pour his heart out, because there's nobody that can do it like you. There's nobody that completes him like you. Not in the sense that we are incomplete without each other, but there is just nobody that would stand next to him and just look so good, be so good, feel so right. Anything else, Spirit? Forward movement, 10 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm going to pull out clarifiers for all 4. You know what? Let me pick up the other cards first, so we can recycle these cards. What if... I'm going to pull clarifiers for them because I want to find out if this is supposed to be a sequence of events. The forward movement, the union, then the learning, the rainbow, and then the King of Pentacles. Or I want to find out if this is supposed to be in this order, if there is a message like that coming through, or if I should just take the cards as they are. Okay, let's find out. Justice, Queen of Cups. Her moving away, bringing justice to the situation. The Queen of Cups, truly loving herself, becoming one with herself, calling in all the abundance. What's the 2 of Pentacles about? The 9 of Cups, finding it within herself, the back and forth, turning to herself for love. I think this just talks about different lessons. We'll clarifier on that. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Dropped a card. Huh. Okay. Alright, so King of Pentacles, his old mentality. So this is not supposed to be necessarily in order or anything, but it's telling us different messages. Alright? So, firstly, the feminine moves forward towards her truth. She starts pedaling even if it means leaving him. Justice arrives because the wheel has turned. But right now she realizes that it wasn't that simple. She has to be in union with herself. There's back and forth. There's stuff happening. There's that rainbow effect, the back and forth. Right? Which she can only learn through self-love. Self-love, holding the cup for herself. Again, rainbow, back and forth, back and forth. Love for himself. But notice, he has 9 cups, she has the one he needs to have the 10, right? But for her, having the 1 can be having the 10, but for him, she's the missing piece. He wants to be the King of Pentacles, right? This is how it starts out. And during that time, 4 cards came out. There's the 5 of Wands, conflict and holding on. Holding back is what I hear. But instead, when the wheel turns and all this stuff is achieved, right? This is the parallel reality. This is the one card that stands alone. So describing this, 5 of Wands, the holding on, the conflict, the old thinking, the thinking with your mind instead of your heart. And here he learns to think with his heart, right? But then he gets so beaten down and bogged down with all of this going on, right? He comes so close to the gold mine. You know what? That's kind of funny, because my eye was drawn to this right here, and to me it looks like the number 3, which in tarot is the Empress. He has 9 wands, right? And like, he's so close to to hitting the diamonds, right? Like, or hitting that part of the cave, but then there's the number 3 looming ahead of him, the Empress. He knows. He's kneeling down, he's breaking his back, and then finally union. Is there anything else you want to say, especially about the 9 of Wands with the 3? Are there any clarifiers you can give us about that? Alright, so Spirit, are you saying that his perspective changes as soon as he looks at things differently? He goes through the motions back and forth, and that energy stabilizes. The first step is truly being in your power. Right, Spirit? Yeah. This is the next cycle that needs to close out. The back and forth. You chose yourself, but... Exactly. The karma. The looking outside of yourself. Instead of working with the abundance you have, the looking outside of yourself, closing out this cycle of karma. Instead of the feminine looking within, the feminine bouncing back and forth, making peace with whatever's going on, letting go of timelines, letting go of everything like that, just making her every day so enjoyable to the point where she looks at the masculine and goes, I don't know if I want to lose this, and I'm not I don't want any low vibrational masculine coming in. But believe me, the universe is giving you exactly what you asked for this time. You are so sure in yourself. You have grown so much. You have evolved so much too, to the point you will like pull back and be so much more mature. The universe is going to give you your energetic equal, what you deserve, so you can, instead of filling up your masculine's cup with your cup, you'll be strong enough to hold your cup, and he'll be strong enough to fill his own cup. And by doing that, you both can have great cups, and you can switch your cups, or you can intertwine your arms and like drink out of each other's cup, whatever, whichever way you guys decide to do that. Okay, the intertwining part kind of sounded a little codependent. Do not mean that at all. But yeah, you guys will both have full cups. You don't need to worry about that. Fill your own cup. Focus on yourself. The back and forth is what's coming up. That's a cycle that will be closed out in due time. You cannot push it. Just submit. Go about every day. See what comes up. And the more you are in your body, in the present moment, the less resistance you put in. The more you try to force it on yourself too, the more you try to speed up the process, the more you're resisting the process, because you're not just living every day, you know? No 5D relationship has a human 3D timeline. I disagree with that. And you're going to hear me say that a lot. So if you disagree with that, then you should probably get off my channel. I'm probably not the reader for you, as much as I appreciate your love and your energy. Because you will hear me say that a lot. It will trigger you. Any final messages? My dog's on my bed again. Didn't even notice. Okay, about the old looking back at karma. This could be about a karmic. This could be about karmic friendships, relationships, family. This could just be him looking back. Let's find out more about it. Feminine needs to do some forgiving and releasing. The masculine needs to do some forgiving and releasing as well, but forgiving of himself. You guys need to step into this new beginning, close out that chapter. Don't push it, but when things come up, really be fair. Really look at things from a 3D lens. I mean 5D lens, not a 3D. Look at it from a 5D lens. What needed to happen so you could grow, so you could raise the vibration, you know? And move forward. When you move forward, moving forward, letting go of that This could just be the masculine needing to forgive himself if you've forgiven. But those feminines who haven't forgiven, that get mad, that have anger, you need to move forward. You need to move forward, close out that cycle, another cycle of karma. That presents you with the new beginning. The masculine will come. The masculine will come. And for the masculine, this may just be forgiving himself, which is why the Emperor card came out. So if you're the masculine reading this, this is about forgiving yourself. This is about understanding it, going deep into why you did what you did, healing yourself. For those worried about how long this is going to take the masculine to heal himself, please don't be worried about that. He's really working on it. He's really working on it. He's seeing his inner light. He's being passionate towards himself. He is transmitting it out with love. He's doing it right. He's doing his part. He's really, really working. If this resonates with you, know that he really is working. If you've gotten this far in the reading, it probably does resonate with you. It probably isn't just something you're listening to just like that. He's really working. He's working on seeing his inner light. And that's really being the driving force for him and forgiving himself. And eventually finding his truth and going towards his truth. Is there any messages for the masculines? For the masculines watching this? Or those in the masculine energy? Okay. Oh my god, okay. I need to pull clarifiers. So the Ace of Pentacles came out. New opportunities. I don't know if this is about the masculine wanting to be financial first in the Tower. So those of you masculines who aren't taking the leap, who aren't forgiving yourself, who are being low vibrational, you will either leap out of the Tower or you will be pushed. Stop crying over spilled milk. Stop crying about what you have to let go. Transmute that pain. Look towards your feminine. Look towards the beautiful life that awaits you. I'm not saying this because I want to push anybody's masculine or anything like that, but I'm saying this because it's for your own betterment. Like, even if I was talking to my dude, right, and I say, like, for whatever reason, whatever reason, even though this is not how twin flame relationships work, but for whatever reason, I wasn't going to be with him for the next 10 years, and we were just going to be single people who would never get to hang out and just work on ourselves, right? I'm not saying this is going to happen, anything like this happens in twin flame relationships, but I just want to say that even if that was the case, I'd still want him to get out of this energy. I'd want him to do it as he's comfortable, right? But at the same time, push himself every day to be better. Push himself to really look at the things around him and how they're enhancing his life. If he's living his truth, or if he's just feeding the devil. And at this point, the masculines have come so far, been so awakened, they can really see everything that's going on, every little situation they've played out. They really see, like, the karma. They can separate, like, it's like there was a bunch of oil and water in a pot, and it was, like, stirred up, right? And now, like, both the oil and water have, like, separated. And they can see, the masculine can see, like, the water, the purity, and the oil, and, like, the stuff that's on top under, and, like, the purities under that he wants to get to, the quality of life. I would want him to get to that quality of life anyways. Like, I love him, of course. Like, romantic, friendship, whatever kind of love, like, that's not the point. I would want him not to just align to it for yourself. Like, my life is so much better having removed so many people. Yeah, I don't hang out with friends every day. I don't. Sometimes I'm a total loner, but that's totally fine because I have more time to do readings for you guys, to help people that want a better quality of life to study the things I love, to work. My life is so abundant and so beautiful because of all the things I've cleared out, and I wish that for everybody. And of course, like, the people I love and I have loved too. So the masculine is being pushed out of looking. The masculine's being told to stop, to not try and delay things, because this pain with this newfound knowledge, it's like the water and oil is separating, but it's just becoming more clear and clear what's water and what's oil, and that's causing pain, and it's gonna make him go into a really dark place, which he can so easily step out of and be into this beautiful state. But there are some masculines listening who are just hurting themselves, right? They're still in the burning tower, so they are going to be thrown out, they are going to survive, but they're literally standing in the burning tower because they haven't taken the leap into who they are. So that's a message for those masculines, to follow the light. It's like they're watching the world burn around them. They feel the same pain this guy is, but this guy's a little more like hell-bent on saving his ass, and this guy's a little more like, what have I done? Don't be this guy. Come on, dude. Any other messages for the masculine or the feminine? Feminine, claim your abundance. A lot of purple energy coming in. Purple energy, third eye energy. What chakra is that? It's the brow chakra, right? Brow chakra. Brow chakra, called the ajna. Wisdom and right vision. Third eye. Yeah, third eye. Third eye. Oh my god. Third eye. Trust your intuition more. Let it pour into... No, wait, yeah. Trust your intuition more. Allow it to pour into your cup. Yeah, allow it to pour into your cup. Allow this 5D view of reality to fill your cup up. To get out of this back and forth limbo. Okay, for those of you guys who are more interested in like the limbo thing, here's something you can look up. Look up waning moon, waxing moon, and full moon meanings in spirituality. There are very opposing views, so the back and forth kind of, and then there's the third eye filling up the cup, right? And this is like overshadowing it, kind of like the oil over the water. Over the water! Holy shit! Okay, yeah, so if you guys want a more clear picture about what this card means, look up different phases of the moon and their spiritual meanings. Okay, I'm gonna pull some oracle cards, see what comes through. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective, for the person watching this reading right now? I think this card actually came out in my last reading. I'm going to take these back. Okay, Song of the Wild. Smudging Ceremony. Get rid of bad energy. Hey, look, another rainbow. You guys, look up the meaning of rainbows. I think they mean new beginnings on the horizon. Smudging Ceremony. Getting rid of old energy for new beginnings, Spirit Keeper of the South. Okay. I will look up. Yeah, I'll read those to you. Give me a second. Smudging ceremony. Do you see this? Give me a second. Okay, smudging ceremony. Look at the picture while I read. See if you notice anything. Card meaning: let go of the past, purify, detox, release whatever doesn't serve you or support you in your life. Cleanse your body and environment by doing space clearing and clutter clearing. Let go of the old, discarded, and unused to make way for new energy and new beginnings. Eat lightly, drink lots of fresh water, and consume food with strong life force. Yeah, be careful of what you're putting in your body. There's a need to detox. Your native spirit wants you to know smudging is a native tradition that involves using the smoke of burning herbs to symbolically wash a space in a ceremonial manner. Sometimes your energy field or the energy field of your environment becomes so cluttered and dingy that you can't see the world around you clearly and you have trouble hearing the messages from your soul. If the idea of using sage resonates with you, I really recommend getting it. I feel lightness in the room whenever. I like actually doing this before all of my readings now to purify the energy around, to make sure that I'm not picking up on any other energy. I pray over the cards. I also use this. I use some other things too. I forgot what it's called, but if this resonates with you, the idea of using sage, try doing that, especially with this deep planet, purging going on with all of the planet. This will help. I never used to do this before the past month, and it really has helped me clear the energy, just instantly feel better about everything. Okay, so the brilliance that pours through you can heal and help many people, but first the path has to be clear. The journey, using the smoke of incense or sage, incense, all used up, but okay, using the smoke of incense or sage, cup your hands into the smoke and wash over the top of your head, saying that I think clearly. Then cup the smoke to your eyes, saying that I may see the truth. Next, bring the smoke to your throat area, saying that I may speak the truth. Finally, waft the smoke to your heart area, saying that my heart be open. This back and forth really comes in between the heart being open. So for this new beginning to come in, there's a lot of things that need to be released, and it means energetically releasing things, forgiving, closing that chapter, physically moving forward, energetically moving forward, and stuff like that. Especially even with the environment around you, maybe looking through your things and seeing what you don't use or what doesn't make you happy, and removing those out of your space and your energy. Okay, next card is Song of the Wild. Card meaning, new horizons await you. You're ready to savor the wonders of the world. Take some risks. Answer the call of the wild. Step out of your comfort zone. Live passionately. Take steps in the direction of freedom. Expand beyond your limitations and boundaries. Maybe it's time to take a journey or do something new and exciting. Your native spirit wants you to know you are entering a period of expansion and going beyond your self-imposed limitations. Even if you feel hesitant, this is the time to try something new and do things in a different way. You might even visit far-off lands or wild natural places. Adventure often entails risk, but without it, life can become lackluster and stagnant. There is a vast, new, and wondrous vista just around the corner, but you'll never see it if you don't venture out. The journey? Plan a trip. Take some classes that get you out of your comfort zone. Try new styles. Do the same things that you've always done, but in a new and different way. Push beyond your boundaries. Step out of characters. Spend time in the wilderness. So, I don't know if this resonates with anybody, but what I heard was, get up earlier in the morning. For somebody specific, get up earlier in the morning. Get ready. Take the longer, more scenic route to work. Something that simple, but something very powerful. Okay. Spirit Keeper of the South. Card meaning: abundance and prosperity in all forms, expansion, surging energy, activity, movement, rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. This is a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at a maximum. It's really funny because this talked about releasing, removing, clearing. This talks about retraining your brain to expand. And this is talking about expansion, surging energy, being able to do that because you have reprogrammed. This is the alignment that'll feel so natural. The stability. This is the back and forth. And this is the not being clear. The Eight of Swords energy, even though you've moved forward and taken a leap. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading. Your native spirit wants you to know that in the medicine wheel, the south is the direction that symbolizes the warmth of the noonday sun, summertime, the full moon, and a time of rapid growth. I think that, I could be wrong, but I think that it's I don't remember what angel comes from the south, but it's the angel that represents wand energy or fire energy. So, with the masculine seeing his light, the feminine seeing her own inner light, the light, I think it's talking about that too. You have to clear, you have to stop going back and forth, and you have to love yourself so you can see the light. Dude, it's so cool how there's so many signs if you just the universe is really trying to tell us. Okay, so summertime, the full moon, and a time of rapid growth. Crops grow with vigor during the summer months. In the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood. This is your time to shine. It is also a time of great bounty in all areas of your life. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. If you live in the southern hemisphere... Oh, okay, this is okay. The journey. Stand facing south during the midday. Close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun opening your heart center. Absorb the sunlight as you sense yourself absorbing the abundance of the universe. Something else I want to tell you. Here's a lighter for my candles. I don't remember where I read this or heard this, but you light your lighter, you see the flame, right? Focus on the flame and feel it in all 6 of your chakras. Feel the light within you. In your brow chakra, in your third eye, in your throat, in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your sacral chakra, and then in your root chakra. Feel the light. Feel it illuminate you from top to bottom. All chakras. This light, the light of the sun that you can see in a flame. Now I'm gonna pull some cards from the Archangel Tarot cards. Gotta shuffle once more. The High Priestess. Powerful and psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information via peace. This has to do with trusting your intuition and third eye. Archangel Haniel, I believe. Two of Ariel. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. Like I said, when driving to work, take the scenic route, little things like that. If you have to stick to certain things, keeps balancing, two yin yangs. If you have to do a lot of things, make the best of it. You deserve that. You deserve to live like your best life every single second. So, Five of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. This is mostly for the masculine. Release that. Look at what you do have. Focus on the cups that do stand. I know you're in pain. I know you feel sad. I know you feel regret. For a lot of feminines too, this is actually, but so yeah, everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Find your inner light. See what you have. Love yourself. Look at what you have and don't only bring it into your life, but make yourself better before doing that, which is very clear that this masculine, for this collective that is resonating with my readings, they're definitely working on it the right way. Seven of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Okay, when this card comes out, it kind of makes me think, like, working alone. I feel most with people. And when I'm with the right people where I'm alone, I feel the most not alone when either alone, because I have so much love for myself, and so much, like, I have my guides, I have my thoughts, I have, like, all my hobbies, I have everything that I need. And I also feel great when I'm with great people, right? But I need to be able to be with myself. Being alone, working alone, may not be the best answer. Alone can have to do with the wrong people. It doesn't mean just being alone. So I think that's the message that's coming through with this. There is a better course of action available to you. See what aligns with you. Review all of the details. Go deep, look within. This could also be a message for a masculine. I feel like there are a few masculines who are going to be watching this. Yeah. Really dish out what doesn't belong in your life with that alignment. Look towards the good things that you do have. And for feminines too, if there's a lot of feminines have very well walked away from things that don't serve them, friendships, anything. Make sure you're not putting up with some things to not feel alone. You have the world in you. Don't be afraid to be alone. And silver lining, look at what you do have. Gratefulness. Make the most out of it. Childlike, playful attitude. Powerful psychic insights. Trust your intuition. Think with your heart. Fall into your heart. Silence your mind. Be in the moment. The messages will come to you. It's not your mind playing tricks on you. The more you fall into your body, the more you can be sure of this. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. I think that has to do with the masculine mastering. There's some masculines watching this. Some masculine energy. Definitely. Some awake masculine energy. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Again, this feels very masculine too. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. You know what this is? Page of Michael. This is very Aquarius energy. This is the full moon. It's the full moon that's bringing all this stuff in. All this truth. It's really making people dish stuff out. The masculines dish things out. Even the feminines. Like, you know, it's like, you know, cleaning a very dirty sink. And, like, you clean all of it, like, all of, like, the food in there, you, like, wipe it out. And then there's, like, really small little, really gross. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. Like, really little, really tiny, like, pieces of food, like, stuck to the sink, and it's, like, really, like, scrubbing those out to make it, like, perfect, clean slate. That's what the feminines are working on. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. And this card. King of Ariel. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. A lot of root chakra blocks being cleared as well. Root chakra has to do with security, stability, security within yourself, feeling whole within yourself. And lastly, Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Again, what this is telling you to do is the smudging ceremony card. Smudge bad energy out of your life, out of your body, but start with your life and your environment. Alright guys, I hope this resonated. I apologize for these triggers. Hopefully they were good triggers. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later. Love you.